Hey guys, it's story time again, and it's time for another story from the Marvel Avengers collection. Today's story is the Marvel Avengers Friend or Foe. I wonder who we're going to meet this time. Clint Barton and his brother Barney grew up in an orphanage. Life was not always easy for the brothers, but at least they had each other. One of their favorite things to do was to make up stories about being superheroes. The two spent hours at the playground wearing capes and masks and pretending to live or to save the world from villains. When they were older, the boys left the orphanage and set out to explore the world. On their travels, they passed a traveling circus. It piqued their interest. Remember how we dreamed about joining the circus? This is our chance, Clint said to his brother. Maybe they need help, Barney exclaimed. As it turned out, the circus did need workers. There they are as boys, pretending to be superheroes on the playground. And over here we have them standing at the entrance to the circus tent, about to go look for work. I wonder what job they get. The brothers quickly learned many jobs. Barney enjoyed helping out behind the curtain, while Clint took advantage of his skill with a bow and arrow to become a headlining act. Clint's stage name was Hawkeye, the world's greatest marksman. He was the star performer. Hawkeye's popularity made the circus very successful. People traveled from far and wide just to see his act. One night, Hawkeye saw a light on in the box office. He was shocked to see another performer, the swordsman, stealing money. "What are you doing?" asked Hawkeye. The swordsman pushed Hawkeye and ran off. Hawkeye aimed his arrow at the swordsman, but he couldn't bring himself to hurt the thief. The other people in the circus were upset that Hawkeye hadn't stopped the swordsman. They asked him to leave. There's Hawkeye putting on his act in front of the whole crowd for the circus game. And over here we have him aimed at the swordsman, but letting him escape while everyone else got angry for him not stopping the thief. With nowhere else to go, Hawkeye started performing at a beachfront carnival. One day, an explosion rocked the roller coaster. The riders were stuck on it and in danger of falling off. Hawkeye wanted to help. Looking at the sky, Hawkeye saw a red and gold streak. It was the invincible Iron Man. I've never heard him called invincible before, but okay. The armored Avenger had arrived just in time to catch the falling ride and help the riders to safety. Watching Iron Man, Hawkeye realized that he wanted to help people too. That night, Hawkeye made a costume of his own. He also created a variety of special arrows. "I'm not just Hawkeye, the performer," he said as he sewed the last stitches on his costume. "I'm Hawkeye, the superhero." And there's Iron Man, saving the people on the roller coaster so they don't fall to their death. And there's Hawkeye making his very first superhero costume and his special arrows. Oh, I'm sorry, I covered it with a picture. There you go. Now you can see him sewing. The next day, Hawkeye was walking past a jewelry store when an alarm went off. A moment later, a man ran out carrying a bag. This was Hawkeye's chance. He pointed his bow at the thief, who dropped the bag and fled. Hawkeye picked up the bag to take it back into the store. Just then, the police surrounded him. They thought he was the robber. Suddenly, Iron Man appeared. He thought Hawkeye was guilty too. Iron Man fired a repulsor ray at Hawkeye, but the archer was too fast. He jumped out of the way and shot an arrow at the superhero. The arrow bounced off Iron Man's armor and exploded in a puff of smoke. Now Iron Man was getting angry. He fired another blast at Hawkeye, and again Hawkeye jumped out of the way. There's Hawkeye holding the bag of jewelry just as the police arrive. And here Iron Man comes in and attacks him, and Hawkeye has to defend himself. Hawkeye quickly grabbed an arrow from his quiver and fired an electrified net at the Avenger. Iron Man was trapped. Hawkeye knew he had only seconds to explain himself. I don't want to fight, he said. I'm not the jewel thief. I was trying to stop the thief. I want to be a superhero like you. Just then, the other Avengers arrived. Hawkeye knew he couldn't fight them all, and he surrendered. Wait, Iron Man commanded. Don't hurt this man. He's innocent. I just heard over my armor's radio that the police have caught the real thief. Hawkeye helped Iron Man out of the net, and the two heroes shook hands. You did a great job today, Iron Man said. I want you to meet the Avengers. I think you'd make a great addition to our team. And here's Hawkeye talking to Iron Man while he's trapped in a net, just as the other Avengers arrive. And here they are, allowing Hawkeye to join their team, recognizing him as a fellow hero. Hawkeye could hardly believe it. His childhood dream had come true. Not only was he a superhero, he was now one of the mighty Avengers. There they are, all together, just like the front of the story. He is now a member of the Avengers. The only one missing from the picture is Black Widow, which is kind of strange since she was the last story from the book. Anyway, that was a pretty good story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be good, always be kind, and I'll see you next time.